Seems like my chat thing is off. Let me adjust it. Settings. More. Um. Okay, there we go. Should work now. There we go. Live chat is up. Live chat is up. That was the wrong pilot to put on there, but it's okay. Yo, Assassin Prince. How is it going? Just gonna grab my Starbucks from the door. Alright, I'm back. The guy plays more Lifrits. Would you look at that? Isn't that something? Semi-grinding them expensive winners. Ooh. Yeah, those winners can get expensive. That is for sure. Hey Iska, I'm doing it good. I'm chilling. Decided to do some gameplay for a bit. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, nothing too crazy here. How are you guys doing? Laughter selling for what? Why is laughter selling for 200, bro? That's crazy. That she's selling for 200. It's just like all the girl cars, man. Like, why are they selling for 200? Like, that's crazy. That's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Waifu tax, yeah, it's waifu tax. 200 is just way too much, man. I can get 4 copies of Zeong alt arts. Oh, they're giving the restrictions today. Do you know how long till they put that up? This guy's pretty close to dying. I want to see if he takes this hit or not. Oh, Gundam is now selling for 100. Yeah, this makes no sense. How are all these cards selling for like 100, $200, and we are out here not doing all that stuff, basically. I don't want to play anything. Do I want to play a pilot and just attack? Get the damage in so I can get rid of something? Probably not. I have a lot of Char links in this deck. And then there's of course Zeong, which can also help me do stuff. Yeah, it's just nonsense. The 10th? Oh, it's Friday. Surprised there's no reveals today. Is there a stream or something? Usually if they don't have reveals, it's a stream. Local winners better than regional prizing. Hilarious. Well, realistically, those local winner cards should not be worth however much they are. I always think that, especially in Bandai games, these like winner cards are such a scam. Like, you get a winner card, like you might as well buy the winner packs and just open all the cards. But yeah. Like GDO 1 winner packs were being sold for like $60 for like a set, whatever, back GDO 1. Yo, maximum dude. I still find it weird, like some of the cards are worth more than like a Wing Zero alt art or like overflowing alt art. I mean, overflowing now like worth $350 or something. Well, that guy conceded. That's cool. Same dude. He didn't want a rematch, but he got one anyways. He didn't want a rematch, but he got one anyways. This will be a quick one, I think. Since we're going second, we can drop 2 guys, take out 2 shields on turn 2. Since no one's playing Zorts. Sup? Why does this guy write poop? Army, yo, what's up? Joseph, hey, how's it going? Wing Zero is now like 230. Yeah, it's all super expensive. Doesn't really make any sense. The Zeong alt art should be expensive. Okay, that's how I'm gonna tell you. The Zeong alt art should be expensive, but it's not. It's still expensive, but not like that expensive. You know. I would have owned 4 of those overflowings in GDO 1, but I never used the card, so I never bought them. I still don't use them, so I'm not like unhappy I didn't buy them. Big Zams have gone up. Big Zam might be a useful card in GDO 5 or GDO 6 with Xeon support coming out. So keep an eye out on that. Any guesses on Friday restriction? No restrictions. I don't know why they even have an announcement for that, honestly. Um, let's see what this guy wants to do. GDO 3 Freedom rocketed. Got my playset at 17. Jesus. Jesus. Let's go here. There's Akira. I know some of you guys bought the not first contact, um, encounter card, alt arts, and they're doubled in price a little bit. There's another Char link. Playtest is going well? Yeah, playtest is going, oh, I don't know about the freedom, but GDO 5 freedom, blue-white freedom is very strong. Blue-purple freedom, purple anything, honestly. Okay. Goodbye, base. Goodbye, my opponent. Kurudo. Kurudo. Huh. He got wrecked. Got two alt art encounters? Hell yeah. They're very nice. As soon as they reveal Green Amuro, you guys will be like ecstatic playing Green Amuro and encounter and all that. Especially if it's an LR. I'm excited for more wing. Yeah, I've got a wing deck. That uncommon Ultron and GDO 5 is probably going to be looking forward to being a staple in every single green deck, if not in white decks. So be aware of that as well. This guy's also playing Xeon? Okay. Sure. Aidon the Bell is gonna be a fun deck. We'll see how strong this Amuro new Gundam stuff is. Honestly. How do I want to proceed? Probably by killing his base. Probably by taking out this guy. And probably by playing a 3-cost goof. Oh, 3 freedom is good, but I always wish I had it turn 5. You can have it turn 5 by going second. But yeah, GDO 3 freedom is insane. I mean, you guys know I've been saying that for a while. It's a very strong card. With the new Kira, it's now going to be even stronger because it's going to have 7 HP. The fact they're sitting on it are probably busted, assuming it might as well have be the last 2 card revealed. Yeah, they're just sitting on it for like Amros. This guy's just playing my deck. This guy watched my video and playing against me. He's playing on my deck. What is happening? I was like, I'll have the advantage because I have goof, but here he has a goof as well. Very, very funny. Very funny indeed. I want to build up card advantage. No, I have a huge lead. I can just start swinging. Morning Code, just saw your video. Breakdown. Hey house, how's it going? Okay, now we have a problem. But honestly, the problem's not too much of a problem. It's not too much of a problem. We have to play our Brickdom, GM, pass. So happy my GDO 3 have like 5 times value. Yep. Great breakdown. Thanks, house. Yeah, just a Char upload, quick and simple one. Mostly because it's gonna be one of the best decks in GDO 5. I mean, it's been one of the best decks in the game, period, for 4 sets already, but it's gonna be one of the better decks in GTO 5. It's the only deck that the only aggro deck that can actually be played in GTO 5 at the moment, outside of if G Gundam aggro is gonna be a thing. But then I still think that G Gundam aggro might not survive against standard G Gundam, just because you'd have fit in like 12 cards. How you determine if a card is +1, etc., or +2? Well, I play Goof. So 1 card in my hand. I play 1 card from my hand. It's 1 for 1. This card summons me a token, which is a +1 because it gave me an extra unit for free. If, like, for example, this guy kills this token, I kill this token, he went -1, and then all of a sudden my guy's still alive, so it's still a -1 essentially. So yeah, that's pretty much how you figure it out. Okay, let's kill this thing. He searches. So pretty much, are you gaining cards or losing cards? That's pretty much what it comes down to. Did you gain a +1 or -1? Is all it comes down to. I was just saying G Gundam S tier. I'll try this weekend. See all the hype is about. Hope there is a few more useful cards up to show in G Gundam. There should be at least one more linkable G Gundam card and probably a command card or something. We'll see. Maybe bases. I always leave bases for last, right? Or if there's a second base or anything. But yeah. So G Gundam is I don't know if it's S tier, but it's very strong, and it has 100. Let's just pretend it has 100% win rate into Blurple. Right, Blurple is no longer a deck because G Gundam annihilates it off the map. You can't just go GM spam. You need to have an alternate game plan to win later on, which is, of course, where we get into what do you call it? Okay, this guy's not playing my deck. He's just playing a Xeon deck though, but same thing. And we won. Let's go. Aggro is Gundam off for G Gundam. G Gundam literally just wins off of. I mean, you guys saw my video, the example I gave, the level 3 unit. You play Maxer Gundam and Cyclone Plunge. If you draw these 3 cards in your opening hand, you win the game. You play this as your starter. You play this and you play with this and you win the game. That's literally it. These 3 cards, you win the game. And then if you don't get these cards, doesn't matter because you'll get them at some point. And you can always get the Shiny Gundam link, or if the game gets stalled out, but even like 1 or 2 turns, all of a sudden Howl Gundam blows up their entire board and they lose the game. So you have a turn 6 wing 0. You have an early game kill 2 of their. Basically, this card says give your unit first strike on 2 of your guys, because GMs can't hurt you. And then of course you're running Darkness Finger. You can now open your hand with, let's say, those 3 close combats, play all 3 in the same turn, and kill 3 GMs, which is great. Yeah, and then obviously Striker Pack. They're not on the variation I'm on. I'm sure you've seen my video. But yeah, this is the best variation I've been playing so far. Very, very strong. Good into most decks. The blue Kira deck in GTO 5 is beatable, but that is going to be extremely strong deck. Extremely strong, especially for if you're looking at trying to win like in nationals or something, or regionals. It's going to be slam that deck, and the winner should be that, as long as a lot of people are playing it, and we already know there's a lot of most of the metagame is very blocker heavy, and the people just play blockers, and so yeah, and of course, big seed fans. Is Amuro gonna change things? We'll have to wait and find out because he might be two LRs, and it's Amuro, of course. So why no Abaku? Because there's no Abaku in the deck. Because this is the card we need to play to get +1. That's why. We're trying to get a +1 with this deck. With this card. Abaku is it's a dangerous enough card, but as soon as you start playing into, let's say, the non-aggro decks, they're gonna kill that base in 2 seconds on turn 5 or turn 6. It's gonna die immediately. It's gonna die from Breach 5. It's gonna die from Wing Gundams, Ferax. Many things in the game will kill it, and it's not like me playing an aggro deck. I don't have a way to kill the base like I just did in the game I just played. So that's why I don't play Abaku in this deck. I think Abaku might be stronger if you're playing a much more controlled style Xeon deck with Big Zam and stuff. But as far as playing an aggressive deck, Abaku is not a aggressive card. It's a defensive card. So if my entire game plan is to win as fast as possible, that base does not help me win early. I don't see Amuro being an LR besides New Gundam. We still have 2 LRs left. Wonder what they will be. I thought we only had a single LR left. So we have V2 Strike Gundam, that's 2 LRs. Then we have New Gundam and Gundam Farah or Calibarn, that's 2 more LRs. That's 4. Then we have Red, where we have Master Gundam, that's 5. Then we have 3 LRs in purple, that's 8. Then we have 10, and then 10. Okay, so no, and then 11. 11 is Master Asia. So we only have 1 LR left. The only LR that is left is Amuro, most likely. Because it's only New Gundam and Amuro that are left. And New Gundam we know is an LR. And Amuro is most likely the second LR, going off of that Master Asia was also an LR. Could be wrong, but because they haven't revealed any photos or anything of what that LR could be, it's probably going to have to be New Gundam. Or sorry, Amuro. So yeah, that is the only thing that's left. Which means we pretty much have the entire set in our hands right here. Half of it at least. So yeah. What is the combo that consistently kills Blurple and G Gundam? Got it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I don't agree with Russ's video. I'll show you guys his tier list. So if you go to Russ's video, not saying everything he did is incorrect, but if you go to Russ TCG on YouTube and we go to best decks in GTO 5,
Welcome to
and everybody who's I'm just gonna subscribe to him. I'll do it live on stream. You guys should all go subscribe to him, like his videos and stuff, and help every one of the Gundam content creators out, especially in this like there's not a lot of people getting a lot of views. Like he uploaded a video about the GTO 5 meta only getting 875 views. We really should be looking at the smaller content creators hitting 2,000 views on their videos, but especially like these meta type videos, people should be paying attention to this. This just shows that nobody's watching Gundam content, which is crazy. Like, yeah, it's absolutely nuts. So if we go to his tier list, okay. So of course, go listen to what and why he said what he said about these. I'm sure you guys probably already have, but I don't agree that um Destiny Gundam is S tier because it doesn't run the blue Kira. So this deck is not S tier in my book. Is it a solid good deck? Yes, but S tier would mean that it is 80% very heavily favored to win the entire tournament, and I don't think that is the case, but it is going to be one of the strong decks in A tier. And we kind of need to move everything down where like green white CB, what even is green white CB? What even is this? I don't even know what deck this is. But okay, this is garbage. Put this in D tier. Atherin red blue, you never see this deck. Put it into D tier. Freedom Gundam blue white. He puts blue white in C tier, guys. I want you to understand. He's putting the deck that has been winning tournaments and doing really, really well, at least been an A tier deck, blue white, into C tier. This is not true. This is either bad playtesting or this is the only pure orb build, and that's probably what it is. I think this is not going to be the blocker swap, triple ship, freedom blockers. This is probably pure orb, and that's why he's losing. But even then, I think this deck is heavily sitting into this S tier category automatically. When you guys play into the new freedom, this card is insane, absolutely bonkers. Um, stronger than Wing Zero. It's gonna be like an S tier card, and it's gonna be up there. Like, and then all the other decks that are in A tier, Blur Pull, I disagree. It is not an A tier deck. Is it aggro? Is it all those things? Yes, but there's so many of these decks can actually destroy this deck now, completely. So this deck literally falls into like bottom of B tier for me. Yeah, he said it was pure orb. Yeah, I remember him saying orb. That's why I like he said orb, but he didn't. I don't remember him saying pure orb. I remember him saying it's like a orb blocker freedom deck. But either way, this deck should not be C tier. You cannot say this is like you have the most powerful card in the deck. Like that's like saying my first contact ramp wing deck is like C tier. It's definitely not. But anyways, Blurple, this is the deck that I would just go all the way down to the C tier. I cannot go to a tournament. I cannot even think about playing this deck as long as there is 1 year war, or sorry, the Char version of the deck, so it's just Xeon. And secondly, there is G Gundam. If the G Gundam is in the meta, which is going to be, then this deck is non-existent, period. Automatically disqualified, can never win a tournament, because the second it faces G Gundam, it loses. The second it faces any other decks, it also has like a 50-50 chance to lose, so yeah, it's just not going to work out in its favor. And then Lupus, powerful. Again, I don't think you need to play purple white Lupus. That's just what people put on here because that's the one that people love their blockers and the overflows. You guys know I don't. So yeah, don't need this deck is gonna be really good because it has Lupus, it has the board wipe. Anything purple is gonna be in this like A tier to high B tier category off of the board wipe. So he says that Academy is bad in this video. He literally he repeats himself like saying Academy is bad like 3 or 4 times in a row. But Academy is not B for bad. Okay, these are where the bad decks basically go. But Academy is not bad. Academy is like either bottom of A or somewhere in A tier. It is definitely a deck that we need to experiment with more. We have not seen all the Academy cards yet with new pilots, so there's definitely room for this deck to grow. I'm putting Academy straight into A tier, where if I sit down against Academy in GDO 5, I better hope I'm playing an aggro deck or I'm playing Kira. If not, I might lose that game, just like I'm sitting against a Wing player. If I'm sitting against Wing, like actual G team, there is a chance I lose that game because Wing is somebody you have to respect. So definitely a strong deck. League Militaire, of course, is going to go into C tier. I don't know why you would put decks that have an automatic loss into everything up here. Just put into C tier, make all these decks bad. Maybe I should make a tier list video. Maybe I'll do it at the very, very end, right before I leave for my flight. I'll upload a tier list video after I do a bunch of playtesting and stuff. I don't like doing tier lists too much, because people don't listen to them. They just screenshot everything. But yeah, tier list, whatever. My point is there's multiple ways to build your decks, and you can build a deck that is stronger into the best deck in the game, or you can build a deck that is stronger into an A tier deck, or most of A tier. It just, you take your pick. Double X Gundam is still very cheap, guys. Double X Gundam Altars, if you guys want another pickup. Double X Gundam is one of the only decks I've been able to craft, besides Academy, that can actually defeat Freedom Kira blockers. Okay, very, very strong. Double X is one of the only cards. And now that we have the new LR Exia, the new LR Exia funnels our Vulture game plan, and it's very good. So yeah, that purple card is gonna be a staple in every single deck. Do not, if that purple Exia becomes like $40 like first form, I would not be surprised. But if that card is like very cheap day one, definitely buy yourself a playset of it. Just like G-Quux. G-Quux was like down to $4, level 8 G-Quux, and then went up to like 20. That you guys heard me say it first, and I was the only person saying this is the best card, and everybody else was just taking the piss out of it. Absolutely ridiculous. Sotheby and stuff I agree with, but again, we need the full reveal. And if not GDO 5, GDO 6, this card will be strong. Sotheby is still splashed into other purple decks, because it's does not need a pilot. You just attack, sacrifice one of your tokens or whatever you want, and start removing your opponent's units off the board. One of the only other ways to kill the new Kira, you have to find a way to kill Kira. Guess what? Purple has all of the best options to remove Kira off the board. And guess what? This new Gundam Calibarn with Soletta is 9 AP. It can take out the Kira freedom on the attack. So very, very solid here. And that's pretty much what I gotta say about that. Is Dana wait? Oh, Dynamis Wing. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, Dynamis Wing is not has never really been a deck I'm gonna be for real. Alright, let me catch back up on chat. Master Asia also plays like a unit, is the reason they gave it. No other pilot does that besides him, so I assume it's a unit. Yeah, it could be. I think GDO5 will add a few more common and uncommon cards to round out the deck a week before release. Yeah, once the full reveal is out, expect some good solid pickups. Always when the full set comes out, the common staples and the rares make up a big portion of what could be good, like Graceful Demeanor, other cards that could be good. Yeah. It was pure orb. Gundam is more for collectors, and playing Bandai cultivates a collector mindset for their products. Yeah. Putting SF at C nullifies all options for me. Putting SF as C nullifies all opinions for me. Putting SF. You mean MF? What is SF? C tier, SF. What is SF? Assassin, what is SF? I played blue, white, League Militaire, Norm, aggro, destroy me. Couldn't get a blocker out. It's time to stop the beating on my shields. My hidden IBO blue purple isn't in that list. The League Militaire IBO deck is not going to be in this list. Not everything's going to be in Russ's list here, but any League Militaire deck, period, is out of the question, and any IBO deck, well, sorry, any aggressive IBO decker that's going to be relying on generating value off of pings only is not going to be the way to move forward. You need to be having an end game boss like Lupus to really help you get over the end of it, because you can now board wipe the small guys, then use Lupus's burn to kill anything big. But again, Lupus can be removed immediately from the new Kira card. So like Lupus will not stick around for more than one turn. He might not even get his ability off. So yeah. In many ways, Purple got the biggest buff in a singular color. As a Minerva player, I'm happy. I like recursion for utility. Yes, definitely a tier video. A tier video would be a banger. The issue with me doing a tier video is that I'll do it if the video can get to like 5,000 views. If I can get 5,000, 6,000, 8,000 views on a tier list video, it'll be good. Strike Freedom, yeah, exactly. Strike Freedom being C tier, it doesn't make sense to me, because if strike team is C tier, right? Where is strike? Look at this top row right here. A tier decks. There's not a single Kira deck up here outside of the O. Maybe if you splash the new Freedom in there, right? Which is what you're supposed to do anyways. So it doesn't make sense. I would put this deck up here, and these decks are like really, really good. This has to be in the contention of basically S tier because also the color variations. I think Rust should definitely add more color variations to this because the green white is not the only Academy color. Blue white is not the only Freedom deck, right? There needs to be more options. Like he has these Deongs, old screenshots. I know it's like early, it's just getting it out there with what he's tested, not putting everything, but yeah, definitely needs to put other things out there, different color variations. Okay, do you still allow people to send their decks to be tested, at least reviewed on stream? Yeah, of course. I'm literally here as just a bobblehead talking for you guys. Um, let's go check out our comment section. Okay, let's reply to this one, like we said earlier. BAOAQ is a defensive card. Doesn't make sense in a aggro deck, but also it's a +1 Xeon Corsica, very powerful card, especially going into GO5. You will need more cards to compete versus board-wide board new decks. All right, let's reply to that. And house. All right, let's like this. Was curious what the freedom looks like. I go up against super aggro heavy players and never make it a counter attack with blue white league military and Norman time. That's because Norm isn't a good card. And all right, so there you go. Let's see if somebody sent me a deck list on Discord or not. Nope. Okay. Yeah, did any of you guys want me to test a list out for you? Go ahead and let me know. Right now will be a good time. Okay. Someone's gonna read that message and think I'm actually saying that Gundam is dying, but that's 1000% not what I mean. So I guess I'll just leave it there as someone's excuse to flame me, even though it's like, you know, I logically understand. Um, I could DM you my deck. Yeah, go ahead and DM it. I sent it here and on Discord. I will not see it here, but on Discord. Okay, let's check it out on Discord. I can only imagine how expensive Set 5 alts will be with all the waifu SP resources, pilot SPs, and good card alts. Yeah, Gundam is hitting the sculpting era with the 1 year anniversary. Yeah, sculpting like crazy. I think this booster box are already selling for double the amount. Green purple Ram Char, I would like to see if possible. You could play green purple Ramp Char. I have not built that deck. Mostly because it's not going to work exactly, and the reason why I haven't built this Sazabi deck yet. I mean, I played with the card, but it's because we're still missing a lot of Neo Xeon purple support to make Sazabi really work. So really waiting for the full reveal to get like 4 or 5 Neo Xeon cards, and then we can start playing with the deck. Right now we only have just you know the LR and the pilot and like a combo piece. That's basically it. Thanks for responding to the comment. Yeah, no problem. Gundam isn't dying, but it's stagnant as hell. They have not been able to gain new players post launch. Yeah, there's some new players, but a lot of people also like looked at G Gundam and coming out, and they're excited for G Gundam, but they're not giving you all the cards from G Gundam. So people were like, "Well, I'm not gonna play it if the final boss isn't in it. There's no point, right? Just like Academy, you want to play Academy, but they don't give you like all the pieces until a year later. So it's like I don't want to play Academy if it's just a few cards. The survey going around proves barely anyone joined GDO2 onwards. That is true. I mean, it makes sense mostly because this is not a trading card game. I even like said this yesterday. It's just a collectible card game. It should literally be called a collectible card game, not like an actual trading card game where you consider TCGs are a competitive environment and have always been like that to be a successful TCG. I mean the entire Gundam call them Crayon Eaters and everybody else who's part of it. The whole like gotta get the $10,000 card and keep it in my safe for 10 years. I mean, eventually all the entire market, all this stuff is gonna burn down. I don't know why people hold on to it like a stock market. Just make your quick money and then keep doing that if you want over and over again, but don't sit on a card forever hoping that it's going to skyrocket to $1 million or something. It's completely ridiculous. And if you want to do that, just go buy Pokemon cards. Like, you have a much better chance of pulling a very expensive card in that, or get into Riftbound. Gundam is like one of the worst things. Bandai cards are one of the worst things to do it in, honestly. Um, all these stall decks is the answer to them aggro. DOS. Uh, in the future, the stall decks, the answer is gonna be very stall heavy and stuff. Beatdown does work against them, but you are gonna see that the Xeon deck that I uploaded is going to kill them. Blocker stall decks have not answered aggro for 4 sets, for 5 sets moving forward, most likely. They're still not gonna be able to answer it. Playing blockers does not net you the win against aggro. It's not a direct counter to aggro. It is a card that can slow them down a little bit, but aggro is going to kill you nonetheless. And we've seen this for 4 sets in a row where aggro still destroys all the blocker decks, doesn't matter what they're doing. And, there's some RNG variants in there for sure. And it's mostly the aggro decks are losing to themselves than anything else. Even the shop owner agrees with me where I play. I'm telling people they're trying to see my opinion. Yeah, coach, I've been noticing. Okay, people are dumbasses because of Logan Paul. Yeah, Logan Paul, what he did for Yu-Gi-Oh and all that TCG stuff is kind of ridiculous. And it's gonna keep going now. Now they've dug themselves a hole, and so they're gonna have to just keep going. Yeah, holding my master sets until the big boom hits, and then offloading it 2 to 5 times what I put in, and keeping the bullying for max rare decks. You could do that, yeah. Let me check out the messages here on Discord. Um, okay, I'll do this one first. Richu Gundam Uso. This is just the ping deck. Let's run one of these, and then we'll play this deck as well afterwards. Okay, let's go here, edit deck, search. I really hate, I don't know why. So MSA, I think is a, dude, honestly, it's such a big scam that MSA does not simply upload all of the GDO5 cards and allow us to play with them when Zumbo Sim and the other simulators do. I really think that the community should be on top of MSA, telling them, hey, we want access, stop gatekeeping us, and maybe they only give access to it to a couple of their own people or whatever the case might be. Like if you're gonna provide a service for everybody, then actually provide the service. Don't don't I don't have anything good in this hand, but I do have a draw power, so I'll keep it, I guess. This should be allowing us to play with GTO5 cards. If the other clients can do it, then just because this client looks fancier slightly doesn't mean that it's like better. Oh, true. I'm going to lose players this way. You're gonna love the new card advantage. You're gonna love the card advantage. Tons of draw. If only Bandai posted the an actual chimp, this will never happen. Bandai's never posting a sim for a couple of years. But yeah, let's play this guy. Yeah, they'll make an actual sim when Gundam's like about to fall off a cliff and die. When they reboot the game to like phase 3 where we're just special summoning our entire deck onto the board. Or whatever the case might be. I mean, One Piece basically just is what Gundam is right now. It just play a card pass, play 2 cards pass, like very slow, and then your late game monsters just win the game. I mean, there's life manipulation, but yeah. So obviously I really like this card, and obviously I'm gonna play a base here to generate some extra value. And then I can just swing at him. To trade, but I have Amuro next turn. I'll just wait. Again, anybody who paying attention to Victory Gundam or my channel, which you guys are, Victory Gundam should not be played with Norm. That just because people, the blue-white players gravitate towards it because it's blue-white, does not mean that the deck should be played with Victory Norm. It should be played with either more beatdown variant, the IBO variant, heavy blocker variant. Honestly, it should be like just a lot of blockers. Victory Gundam draw you card. It's kind of it. But yeah, I like the red version to be honest, because red gives you more card advantage on top of the card advantage you already have, which is really good. And so we'll see what happens here. Also, how is everybody liking it? The stream with no music on, or is it too like no noise? Maybe in 5 years, yeah. Supposedly Digimon is getting one like next year. Yeah, Digimon is getting one at either the end of this year or next year. They've kind of rebooted the Digimon simulator through like 2 different times, I think, to make sure they get it correct. I'm pretty sure it's coming out at the end of this year though, because the Digimon simulator is going to have its own characters. And the starter decks for the Digimon simulator characters are coming out at the end of this year, so the purple variant you're playing looks interesting. Yeah, this is Joseph's list, I believe, right? I think Joseph sent me this list. Yeah, Joseph sent the list. This is his IBO. I mean, it's this Blurple aggro beatdown deck. So yeah. It's a streamer choice of the field to add music, not based. Yeah, I didn't add it right now just because it will tag me as. I've been trying to find like music that can. I've been trying to find music that doesn't get tagged for copyright, and every time I find copyright music, some of it or 1 or 2 songs are like still copyright. So yeah, I've been trying to I didn't want to play music today, I guess. It's a deck I worked really hard on. It has a lot of drawn answers to everything. Yeah, it's a beatdown deck. And do I want to kill this? He conceded. Ha ha ha. That was hilarious. What a. I mean, I won't call him a loser, but come on, man. Give me some games. Complete annihilation. See, this stuff won't work in the next set because level 6 will be the board wipe, and then Gundam Amuro and every single other card on the board simply dies from one card, and it's really hard to establish board control again, especially when you you will get hit by a second board wipe or get to turn 8. Same guy. If I miss any questions in chat, by the way, just retype your question and I will answer it. I'm pretty sure I got everything, but yeah. Also, the survey that was going around, only 23 people wrote Coach SK as their favorite YouTube content creator, which was honestly a lot less than I thought I was going to get, since I have like 80 clients who all should have wrote my name, and then a lot of you guys on YouTube as well. And of course, none of my locals wrote it, so it's a deck that worked really hard on it. To be fair, maybe the player quit due to real life issues. No, he didn't. This guy might have he just left the game. Not noodles. I got into GCG at GDO4, but was heavily into Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day, so I'm not new to GCG. But I've noticed the Doomer mentality with my local scene in this game due to meta. Yeah, the Doomer mentality is, I think, completely incorrect in Gundam. I just feel like people just if they're a Doom, they're all net listing. They're all net listing cards, or they're all net listing decks, and there's a lot of decks to play. Like, if you guys are in Ray Knight server following my channel, you guys know, people went out and won with Age. They did really well, enjoyed their time playing all those things, and people just need to understand that, yeah, there's going to be a meta game. You can attack the meta game, especially at the local scene. You don't need to copy paste the regional winning deck, especially when it's a best of one and stuff like that. You can really change things up. I have so many Amuros in my hand. I don't know what on earth to do. I didn't see the server. It was posted in the Gundam community's Discord server, which I'm banned from because Espera is a moron, I guess. In Puerto Rico, the game is going good. I would say a lot of people jumping in, but of course, there's Bad Apple. I think people take this game way too seriously. This isn't Flesh and Blood. Yeah, people take this game way too seriously, and as you guys know, we said it early in the chat that this is not a competitive trading card game. This is not a competitive trading card game. It is a casual trading card game that has a competitive scene, and the cards are worth pennies, basically, and the alt art is selling for infinite money for collectors, and just makes no sense. Pilot breaking sucks. No, we're still perfectly fine. This is not a pilot break, essentially. Like, think about it this way. This is not I'm not breaking on pilots. I have an entire hand of cards to play for the rest of the game, and I have multiple links to do really, really well with. So I'm not upset about this at all. I'm actually kind of happy about it. Let's get this guy out of here. Let's put a. I don't need all these Mikazukis, but we are gonna go aggressive against the Minerva as much as possible here. And then I could go Uso here just to be even more aggressive. Uh, I think it's fine actually. I completely forgot I could have linked this guy with Uso instead of putting a Miko on this, but it's fine. It's Shin, no problem. We'll end the turn. So I think the game is still gonna stick around for sure. I think GTO 5 is gonna express. You guys should be very excited for GTO 5. A Zeta deck. In the back of my mind, there is a Zeta thing possibly coming out in the next set. As soon as GTO 5 comes out, I will be looking at Zeta again. Not because of EVO 1, but there might be something in the Zeta side in GTO 5. So yeah, maybe I had a glimpse of something yesterday. Um, Token. Okay, now I can ping and draw a card. Now I can draw a card. Of course, I would playing Zeta deck. Is Coach having a new type flash? Possibly. What are people testing GTO 5? The two decks that you need to play to understand GTO 5. Very simple. Take my G Gundam deck, play into Blurple. That will give you the main experience that you need to understand why G Gundam is going to annihilate Blurple off the face of the map. Number two, then you need to take the new Freedom card and the new Kira, put it into any blue-white blocker deck in the current format or in the future format, doesn't matter. Play into anything from the current game, it will annihilate it off the face of the planet, for the most part. And then head into anything in GTO 5 that you would wish to, as well as Academy stuff, purple stuff. But yeah. He is a blocker. The question is, do I want to kill this and move on with my day, or do I want to die to him simply double linking me and ending my life? Right? That's the question. And I feel like I want to simply go for um simply want to go for the game here. Although he's already used two shins. Him having more links is very, very unlikely. So yeah, we'll just go for his face. I think this is the best play. What about Wing? The Wing video will be coming out way at the end. I'm still waiting to see if they're gonna release any future cards. As you guys know, Wing is a very, very, very flexible deck. It's gonna stay evergreen. It is still good in GTO 5, as it has been in GTO 1 through 4. So Wing will stick around. The Ultron Gundam in GTO 3, or sorry, Ultron Gundam in GTO 5 is going to be a staple, or at least a very important card in white decks, especially in the Wing deck, because it is one of the only answers to the new Kira card. What about Wing? Okay, so I'm so impressed with how MF deck is playing. Currently 9-0 against purple. Yes, I'm 20-2. I think I said in my video. 20-2 with MF. So yeah, and the two losses were to just me bricking, and one of them was very close anyways with while bricking. He has a blocker again, kind of annoying. Gotta play this, gotta pump this, gotta swing directly into his face. He tries to block me, and I play damage control. I play. How much life is it? This is 3 HP. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, so G Gundam destroys Blurple, so don't worry about Blurple. Because Blurple should not be a deck in the metagame for the most part. 1 Year War, or I guess Xeon has a much better time as their tokens won't die. Even though, yes, Tekkadan exists, Tekkadan is still a deck with Lupus. Lupus Carry, still the same format with the new board wipe and stuff are good. You can't go wide with blocker slop because you'll get killed. Minerva gets better because obviously they have recursion and they want a board wipe in their deck. Many decks get better because of purple. So purple will be around heavy next set. I'm running a variant version as I don't like to net deck, like to tech in my own spice, of course. Quick question, coach. Is currently GDO4 meta for wing? Should I play 2 million for starter packs? Yeah, you should basically just play 2 piece millions for starter packs. Starter packs and piece millions are essentially 6 bases. Play this. He has 2 blockers up. Let's swing at shields first so I can draw a card. And he has to block me. He is running out of cards. Of course, he has recursion from him. Now, I don't want this guy to get any more value. I'm going to be honest. If I attack with this, realistically, he should probably take it and then swing. He has suppression. He could have link. I could kill both, actually. So let's actually let's swing into his life and see if he blocks. This guy only has 1 HP. Okay, now I could kill this thing, but if I kill that, he will get another blocker. And I don't want him to get another blocker because I have lethal on board here. So I'm just going to wait. Of course, you could recur cards, kill my cards. Doesn't have Impulse Gundam yet. Probably has more blockers. I could swing and take this guy out, but I think we're okay. Could be a chance of us to win this turn or next turn. I always run 4 striker packs and wing. I think 2 bases is perfectly fine. I also don't want to play a piece million like from my hand. Unless it's on the wing turn. What are you guys most excited about in GTO 5? Are you guys started playtesting already? Like me and Noodles here. If you guys have not playtested GTO 5, I highly recommend you guys to start playtesting GTO 5 like yesterday because it's pretty important. We should not be waiting around a month for the set to come out when we can get all the games we need and practice in and play earlier. And then, have a better chance of winning new types and stuff. So yeah, he has no blockers here, so we could win the game right here on the spot. So we'll swing shields and go for the win. As I planned, and that should net us the win here. So good thing we didn't kill this, because then he would have got a blocker, played the blocker, and we would have essentially most likely lost. So GG's to us. Okay, let's go to the second deck that we were sent. Thanks for sharing, guys. Who else? Mechanic with a gun sent me a deck list as well. Copy. Also, this is H Zeong. Okay, here we go. Edit deck list. Get rid of it. Again, anybody in chat who has not gotten coaching yet or wants coaching, definitely sign up immediately because in 4 weeks I am leaving my home to go travel, so I'll still be around on my phone and everything. But I really want you guys to, if you guys were even thinking about getting coaching, now's the time to sign up, so you guys can be fully prepared for GTO 5 throughout all of it. Win some new types, get some winner cards that are worth $200 for some reason, and have a good time with it essentially. Let's start playing Neo Xeon with Age Device. Where do we playtest? Playtest? I mean, playtest either with your real cards, proxying them up, as I showed off in my deck shuffling video. I think I showed it off at. Or two, you can test on Zumbo Sim. Uh, is it me or did Bandai address some of the issues with GTO 5? No, they did not. They did not. They gave us a board wipe. Cool. Let me tell you this. Level 6 is too late. Level 6 is not quick enough for us to do what we want to do. So, yeah. Okay, so level 6 is not quick enough, and it should have been level 5 or 4. I really wanted level 4 board wipe, but we got level 5. Level 6 board wipe instead. So GTO 5 has not solved the problem. I don't know what their ban list is going to be. I don't know why they're even doing one. GTO 5 introduces a lot of play, different things, and Blood Pool is no longer a problem. G Gundam destroys them, and the other decks are also getting stronger. There's obviously going to be more like generic cards for other people to utilize. And so I don't know why there's any sort of like ban listing coming out. The only thing I can think about is that they're going to finally restrict people from playing 2 copies or multiple copies of the same card. You can't run 10 different versions of the same card in the deck. And I think that's should be how it is, but no idea. I kind of want him to hit my shield a bit more. I also want to draw more cards off of this, so let's just play this and end the turn. What do you think of it? The deck is fine. I built it way earlier on my own side of things. Especially, I didn't make a League Military video, but on stream I did talk about the deck should be played more like yours. So I think your League Military deck is obviously much better than the Norm deck. I hate that deck so much. And League Military is a good archetype in GTO 4. And GTO 5 it doesn't exist. GTO 5 you'll get annihilated. They made some stronger cards, but the inherent problem exists. Yes. The inherent problem still exists. The ban list is gonna semi-limit one card, which will make no impact. I don't know what they're gonna semi-limit. There's nothing to really semi-limit is my problem with it, honestly. Do I want to take hits here? Yes, I do. Skip this. And let's play a base to draw a card. Not yet. Let's try to take a few more hits, get a pilot or something, and then we'll try to play the base later on. Although we are going to level 9 next turn, so maybe I do play the base right now. Okay, let's play the base now and try to get a Zeong or something. Or sorry, a pilot or something. But we got Falma. That's good enough to get us a unit to do damage with Neo Zeong. I thought of using Age Device since it could burst for pilot and it's cheaper resource generator. Age Device will be a card that's going to be played eventually. You guys are seeing in video 5 that we're getting a way for Age. We need the pilot back in our hand multiple times, right? So the combo for Age was just so miserably stupid the way that they did it. I don't know why they didn't just make Age Device get the keyword or discard. This card should have said or discard Age Device, and then Age Device should have said when I'm discarded, right, or when I'm put into the trash or whatever, get an EX resource. Like, I don't know what this thing is. Also, why is that an EX resource for 2 mana? It should be a actual real resource. But yeah, okay. Well, unfortunately, we don't have everything we need here, but what we do have is a way to kill cards. So we'll play the Zeong now to get it out of our hand. We'll blast this dude off the map, and then we have to sacrifice this guy into his tall geese, and then we pretty much just pass a turn, and now we need to find a pilot. The new age stuff is gonna be cool. I'm gonna be really happy with hopefully like one or two more age cards. Age is very close. Same thing with Vegan to being Dex. We just don't have any support for them, and the whole interaction is very, very awful. That's good card design. That's why you didn't get it. Yeah, good card design, exactly. It's good card design is why I didn't get it. Okay, well, I have to blow up his board. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's activate Zeong. That one's already tapped, so we gotta start popping this guy. And let's pop him off the map. Let's play Fall Mail. Let's ping this guy. Let's play this. Let's ping this guy. And let's go after this guy. And then let's kill this guy. Board wipe complete. Congratulations. Now, is Neo Zeon going to stick around in the next set? I don't know. I hope he does. It just depends on what Sazbi gets as support, and if we get any more Neo Zeon red cards or anything like that in generics. Have to really see right now. This is the breach guy. Okay, so let's take out the base. And he has no cards in his hand, so I'll attack I'll attack him slowly. I'll attack with one of these. Mikazuki, so you can ping one of these off. So now I gotta sacrifice one of my guys. Let's play this. Attack his shields again. If I give him a card off of this, I lose. Or I can simply put him on the back burner to die. Let's see. Okay. End the turn. Let's see if he gets a link to win the game. Hopefully not. But the bow is cancer, yeah. Honestly, Sazabi is better in green. Search is better for consistency. Yeah, green, Xeon, and Neo Xeon are very good. Also, you can play Big Zam and build a Neo Xeon deck that is actually trying to go tall. With Big Zam. So keep an eye out on Big Zam alt or whatever, and trying to play Big Zam with Neo Xeon deck because you really want to blow up all the blockers, and you want to blow up in the late game multiple things at once. I'm gonna attack with this guy first. Attack with this guy second. Play a dude, pass the turn. We won, baby. Let's go. 1, 2, 3 lost. And 4 high maneuver charge is great. I don't think. Does Sazabi have high maneuver? No. Sazabi has suppression. And the new Char has. Oh, yeah. 4 high maneuver Char. Yeah, 4, not 8. Yeah, 4 high maneuver Char is really good. Okay, that's enough for the age deck. Sorry, definitely no noodles. Have you tried making a Maxter / Kira blue white deck? I'm working on one today to test. I have not, because I play a lot of decks in Academy and all this stuff. I've not tried playing a Maxter deck. Obviously, I've had the idea that you could play a Maxter deck to generate chi. But you should remember, to play the Maxter, you need to play a lot of special moves. And if you play, like, you can play a white version of it, right? But that's why I'm really waiting for more special moves to come out in GDO 5 to really see if that can work. would first card work better than Age Device? Yeah, Age Device is just not a good card. I would recommend just playing like not Age Device, but I think Age Device is like a one of or two of can be good, simply because you want it out of burst more than you want it into your hand, and there's no way for us to discard cards from our hand like with overflow and stuff, right? With overflow, Age Device is what would be better because you can just discard it until they give us a new card becomes introduced that says, "Hey, discard Age Device and get a huge amount of ability off of it." Then just let me coach Pure Buns. Okay, no, but Char does. High Maneuver with Green Char. Yeah, yeah, exactly. High Maneuver with Green Char. Um, let's go here. Camille, Sweep, Zeta deck. Okay, I guess we'll troll with Zeta. Camille is one of the best white pilots in the game because it's a hero stat line. It's very, very good. So GDO 5, yeah, you guys should, any type of deck you want to play, I'm telling you right now, there's room for Age, there's room for Academy, there's room for Neo Zeong, Xeon, um, everything that's been viable in the past, except for the, the useless aggro decks that we don't want to play ever. So yeah, GDO 5 will definitely give you guys, if GDO 5 does not let the entire Gundam community play a lot of different ways in games, then I want you guys to be screwed. Even going into GDO 6, I understand GDO 6 is going to be a big, big boost, but at the same time, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter if GDO 5 is a failure. Even though it shouldn't be a failure, but if it's a failure for the community that is not attending events, playing new types or anything, then what's the point? People should be playing card games because the card game itself is fun. They should not be playing card games because there's $1,000 card on the line, or they want to collect cardboard and burn it in 50 years' time. Is there genuine deck diversity finally? It took just a year. There's genuine deck diversity. There was deck diversity in GDO 4 and 3 as well, but GDO 5 is when it actually is going to have deck diversity because of mostly the purple board wipe and the new blue Kira, and obviously us getting G Gundam and use deck. It should not be all blocker swap. Blocker swap cannot work in the next thing, but the new Kira card is very strong. That is what's doing a lot of the heavy lifting. If two or more units are played, choose one equal to or lower than this unit. Okay. Well, I don't have anything to do that with right now, so we're just gonna pass. So I've been really having fun playing Academy as my answer, or Vulture. Vulture and Academy were like my two answers to any slow decks in the game, running Kira or no Kira. And then G Gundam into Blurple and aggro decks and other decks as well. And Wing is still gonna be flexible. Well, Wing, I need to sit down and like we get more reveals, so as soon as the full set is out, then I can actually attack it. Otherwise, I'll be adjusting my deck over and over again to make everything will have to adjust because the deck is like just tight like that. Okay, we're going wide here. Tallgeese is my favorite Gundam, but every Tallgeese deck sucks. Would love to run a Tallgeese themed deck one day, hoping we get one in GDO 5 that has been revealed. Tallgeese will be in GDO 6 for the new star decks coming out. GDO 5, I was very excited for Tallgeese to come out. I know people were saying Tallgeese, GDO 5, the white one, and the Char and the Zex is not good, but I disagree. I think it is actually very, very nice, and you will definitely probably see it. Kira SF deck is the blocker deck, and then floor your opponent with the top end and Kira units. Yeah, have you tested MF into decks like wing style decks? I have. MF is strong. It's a beatdown deck. It's strong into everything, and I just only thing I have not tested, but obviously I don't need to test it, is MF with like a bunch of GMs spam to be the next like aggro deck essentially. But again, I'm not gonna play like that, and I think MF standard can probably take out the MF GM spam because the GMs will just die for free, while the MF units actually at play, and unforeseen incident will counter the MF mirror matches. So yeah. Okay, let's start swinging. Hey, Cliff, what do you think of the new Minerva cards? I think that the new First Strike Minerva is very strong. The new Destiny Gundam is strong. Very strong. I like it more than the Resurrection one, but they both have the two different alternate playstyles. So yeah, that is what um I think about that. People need to LARP more in Gundam as in actually role playing as a pilot of the units they are using. Okay. Hey coach, what do you think of the new Minerva cards? Yeah, okay, answer that. Did we get any other Minerva cards? We only got the one, right? I believe there's only one new Minerva. Oh, the new other Minerva that gets you a pilot back from your trash is I think useless. You play like a one of it. That's pretty much it. Don't need to play that card in the deck. I don't think it's worth it unless we get more Minerva reveals. A lot of wing players that I know are excited for GTO 5, like the second coming of Christ. Yeah, I don't know why they're super excited for GTO 5. I think they're all like the LR wing that is shown in GTO 5 is not the best card. It is not the best card. It is just an alright card. It's a really it's a good card. It has play outside of wing decks because it's white, obviously, and has good abilities. But that card gets killed immediately. It is not strong. It's like Kshatriya. Is Kshatriya a good card? Yes. But is Kshatriya going to be played as a standalone and other things? No, you really have to go down the Merida Cruise and all the other Red Burn and stuff to make it more viable. Um, Amuro. Why didn't it rest? Oh, shit. Okay, whatever. This guy's dead anyways. Do you think that both Destiny Gundams can be played together? Yes. They 100% both can be played together. You guys saw my wing deck on EX Burst. If you guys don't pay attention to my EX Burst, definitely, keep an eye out on my EX Burst account. I'm always adjusting things on there. Especially with GTO 5 coming out. I playtest with physical cards, and then I upload the deck afterwards, or a variant. So not all of my decks are on there and not the exact variant of what I personally am playing, but it is still like, just like one or two cards different. Doesn't really matter. Especially if the community really likes Overflow or something, then I decided to put Overflow in there or bases, but you guys all know my insights on things. Okay, we're going another game with the aggressive Kira deck right there against blockers. Like, if blockers can't stall my deck right here with this, how is it going to stop anything that's actually an aggro deck? It's crazy. So, deck diversity. Let's talk about deck diversity. Actually, I need to drink my Starbucks real quick. Here's the double X deck. I'm gonna make some adjustments to it. You guys can take a look of it right now. Double X Gundam. I don't know how expensive the alt arts for double X and all these cards are, but I think now would be a, if you were on the fence about it, you really like the series, now is a good time to pick this up and actually play with the deck. You will at least have, I'm gonna say, a week or two. Honestly, all of GTO 5, you should be playing double X and having success with it. Um, More success than before, especially as blur pool and aggro gets removed from the meta game or gets shrunk at least. Since blur pool will not be a thing outside of rare occurrences, Xeon will still be a thing, but we'll see as people will probably, not build Xeon the way I'm building it. And they don't want to play 4 Xeons like I do, so they can lose games, I guess. In your opinion, what's the best tech card for Strike Freedom? Wing Zero EW Unicorn Suppress or Freedom Suppress? What's the best tech card for Strike Freedom? I think Suppression is a trap. Don't play Suppression. Unless you're playing a very, very, very aggressive deck. Or Suppression is onto a unit that is doing other things, which I don't think a card like that exists right now. Well, I guess the new Char card, Sazabi, kind of does. I think Wing Zero EW is a very good tech card. But you could just swap your deck out and play an O deck if you really want to rest cards. I think there's Siege Ploy and other things that can rest as well. Yeah, I think the best tech card, honestly, going to GTO 5 is still Witch and the Bride. Witch and the Bride is still going to be the best tech card for that. Unforeseen Incidents and Naval Bombardments. So those are the three I would be looking at. Do new Exia should help Vulture? Yes, it does help Vulture a lot. I'm still always wanting more and more and more cards in my trash. So looking at this is the deck that I currently have. I don't know if I want more of these because technically this is a +1. And it's level 4 link as well. I don't know if I want more of these or not. I really wish we had a second pilot to actually play the game, but we don't. So I don't know why we don't have a second pilot to play here, and this guy doesn't link with the other pilot, so we're kind of screwed on that end. This deck is mono purple right now. Obviously, maybe it does need a new sign or overflowing affection because we do want more cards in the trash, and sometimes we just draw cards that are not good enough. Sazabi might be bumped up to 2, but of course I can get it back out of my trash. I believe, right? I can get it out of my trash with this card. No, I cannot. So this card is there. But yeah, it's a card. G Falcon honestly just because we're playing Vulture. I'm really just trying to put in more Vulture cards into this deck because we need Vulture cards. We need purple units. It's also another reason I'm playing this card right now as an early game aggro deterrent. And because we're filling up the trash, but I really just need more units. This card has been useful. This card is obviously useful. Um, all of these are useful. Zahar is very important to mill yourself. This is a Vulture card, so it's going to stay in the deck. Like, there's not a lot of space to put in more Vulture units, which is the upsetting part. This card is as a 4 of, could be dropped to like a 2 of, but yeah, just having, like, we're playing as many cards as we can right now, which is something. Um, I wish I could play more unit Vulture cards, but there's none that are good. To put even more, I would have to remove Zahar and put in something else. But this just mills me 2 cards, which is useful. And yeah, GX bit. I never resurrect this outside of a random blue moon, but again, it's just a Vulture card. So it's in the deck. This card, I still want to play this card because I want to play the pilot to get as many pluses as possible in recycling. But yeah, this is also not even vulture. So like this is not a vulture card. I can't utilize it in the deck. And this card I have no way of resurrecting it from the trash. For the most part, outside of this single copy of Gundam X Divider. So we're really screwed over there. So yeah, Vulture just doesn't have any support in GDO5, I think, besides the Gundam Exia and the board wipe, unfortunately. Thoughts on Death Scythe EW? I personally think is one of the best cards coming out of GDO5. Yes, Death Scythe EW is very good. Definitely one of the best, like, generic, outside of the LRs and stuff, one of the best cards coming out. Very, very good card. Same thing with the Ultron. Both Ultron and Death Scythe are equally as powerful and in their own right. And they're both going to be really, really good cards. Do you think we will get a new variation of Blurple with Exia and the new Gun Tank Throne in that's not a new variation, but that is going to be pure Tekkadan. You're going to be going down the pure Tekkadan route, which is it's never Lupus. Um, Again, you need to play all the Tekkadan cards because you need Tekkadan fuel for Lupus to carry you. And so on. I have not updated the deck list yet, besides this one card. But you need to play more Lupuses and have Lupus carry you through the end game as much as possible. I'm not gonna change this yet, but yeah. So there's gonna be I playing 8 gun tanks in a list is not ideal. It's not super super useful. Gundam Florius is a very good card against aggro and tokens. The issue is going to be that if you're playing Tekkadan, you're 100% playing this card. Again, with level 5, 4 cost, 5/3, solid Tekkadan Link. We needed more Tekkadan cards that are actually useful in Tekkadan for Lupus, so we got some. It's great. So there's gonna be variations of this, how you want to go, but of course, it's gonna be mono purple. Purple is one of the colors that really, really, really wants to stick with mono purple, and of course, you get Decides Last Resort to execute any big threats off the map, which is great, and of course, burst against aggro decks. New Exia will help Minerva along with New Force and Destiny. Yeah, we can help everything. That new Exia is a staple. You need to own 4 copies if you're even thinking of playing purple. So definitely get your 4 copies immediately before the card goes up or whatever. Building trash quick is the big issue with Minerva if you don't get away to discard cards. Coach, I sent you another deck list. If you could please review another deck list. Okay, turn A list. A turn A list is uh import. So importing the turn A deck list now. This is the turn A deck list. Wing Gundam, Lifrith, Kapul. Yeah, this is all fine. See, the issue I have with turn A is that turn A is a dog shit card. This turn A Gundam. This card is completely useless and garbage. Because it needs you to play not only a second card, not only to get it into your hand, then into your trash. It's just not good enough. Of course, maybe this turn A with the new Exia milling cards and playing purple white, but I still don't think it's good enough. Just for suppression. Like I don't want to play cards just to get suppression. First strike would be better. But then if I just want first strike, let me just play it, something that has first strike. If this thing would be a lot better if it get all the abilities in your trash, which it should, but it doesn't. And then him bouncing a card is totally fine. But yeah, it's not anything too crazy. And then draw discard is paying a mana and draw discard is not ideal either. Yeah. I mean, I like that there's a lot of cards in this list, a lot of deck diversity going on, but I just cannot get behind turn A at all. Same thing why I cannot get behind Norm. Unicorn, that thing is like, ugh, this card is better than the other unicorn. So yeah, that's all my thoughts about this. Let me go back to Lupus. Let me adjust this deck live on stream. Where do we sign up for coaching? Hey Noodles, sign up for coaching. Add me on Discord. Coach Wing Zero for that, and you sign up directly through me. So if you want to sign up right now, I can literally sign you up like right now, right now. Um, and if you wanted to get a session in right now, we could also do that. Um, yeah. Hey, coach, do you think we're going to get more special move cards, or it's only going to be MF? No, I think only MF are going to get special moves. We're not going to get special moves for other people, but we are going to get special moves in the sense of if I go to Rain Midnight's channel here. So we are going to get special moves like Wings of Light, for example. Like Wings of Light is a special move that is designed for, like it has two abilities on it, right? So it has two abilities. These are like special moves or special command cards, you can call them, showing that this is a new design aspect for Gundam, where it's, I guess, made for blue or victory, whatever. It's going to be a card played in blue decks or victory decks or whatever moving forward. So we will get something like this, like Path to Victory is obviously a G Team deck, so we will still get command cards like that unique to them. So yeah, Noodles, add me on Coach Wing Zero, my Discord, add me as a friend, and I can definitely get you signed up, get some coaching. Um, I highly recommend the monthly. There's people in chat who have gotten the monthly coaching as well. It's the one that I recommend the most. Super, super useful and good. Yeah, this is a when they slander your goat, but they're a low key right moment. But in terms of packaging, do you think it's correct? I think it's fine. Yeah, I think your deck is fine overall. I think, but you don't need to play First Contact and the other cards. I don't think you need to go towards all the directions. Try to streamline your list into trying to do what it's trying to do, like Rigdom or something. Breach, Suppression, Be Explosive, and Wing Gundams. You don't need to go down First Contact and all the other cards as well. What really obsessed me with Bandai is Turn A, Epion, Sai Gundam, Neo Zeon, all those good bosses just worthless at the end and left behind each of the boss monster sets. Yes. So I think Psycho Gundam is not. I think Psycho Gundam has play. Right, House. You've seen my Psycho Gundam deck that it actually was winning, let's say 60% of its games is good. I think Psycho Gundam got better in the next set as well. So stay tuned to that. And of course, Psycho Gundam will get support in Double Zeta, and then we're gonna get Epion's getting the starter deck. Turn A, I don't know what's gonna happen with Turn A, but I don't like that. You know, I think everybody agrees. We don't like that they released one half of something or a 1/3 like Academy. They gave us 1/3 GDO 1, then they gave us 1/3 GDO 3 or whatever, GDO 4, and then they gave us the other 1/3 in GDO 5. And I'm gonna be honest, we might need it might be 1/4. We might need another set to give us more Academy cards to make Academy actually fully viable. Um, accept the friend request. Um, and yeah, I got it. And then let me tell you guys. So it's not here, but yeah. Yeah, coaching is yeah. So Noodles, yeah, coaching is you click on my profile. Click on my profile and you'll see right here, because it won't show it while I'm streaming. It will show right here that my list. So let me disable this. This is my pricing for coaching. I highly recommend the monthly combo, which gets you 8 hours of coaching, as long as with 4 pickup calls after every single session, after like 2-3 days. Once you're getting used to what you learned, we can do a follow-up call anytime you want, talk about a few things here or there, just to make sure you're getting everything you need. And then we do 4 sessions usually. Some people do only 2 sessions. They do like 4 hours one day, 4 hours another day, but most of the time it's going to be 2 hours over the course of 4 weeks. And yeah, now is a perfect time going to GTO 5 to really like accelerate yourself as a TCG player, not just a Gundam player. Okay, people think it's just Gundam coaching. No, no, no. We're not here to coach you on Gundam. We're here to coach you as a trading card game athlete and make you progress forward like by a huge amount. So, yeah, definitely just DM me, let me know what how long you want to sign up for, how many hours. I recommend getting the monthly immediately. That is the best value. And then, of course, you've seen my testimonials. If you have any questions, just let me know. Um, Sorry, but what do you mean by more streamlined? Um, More streamlined. I was talking about Academy, right? Academy will be more streamlined. Is that what I said? Academy will be more streamlined. Mm. Oh, sorry. You're talking about your deck. Your deck to be more streamlined. So let me go back to your deck list. Deck builder. Yeah, right here. So what I mean by more streamlined is like so right now you're playing this deck, right? So if you look at what does this deck have to offer, if I pull up the notes here. Actually, I'll just use the notes here. No, I can't do that. Okay, so what does this deck have to offer? Right? We want to look at the deck in terms of what is the deck capable of accomplishing and doing. Um, then let me load the image. Okay, so I'm looking at this deck, right? So the deck has the ability to. We start with blockers. We start with turn A. We start with ramp, and then we start with bounce, and then we have defensive reactions like, well, okay, let's just not even do that. Let's go minus AP. So like that's all the power of the deck is, and then we have cycling. Let's say that we have hand cycle. Okay, so it's doing all these things. The question is, okay, how is the deck going to win? Is it playing? Okay, so let's say it's playing blockers because you need to play blockers. Turn A Gundam also has a blocker unit, I believe, that you're not playing. But essentially, let's say turn A is white. Okay, blockers, check mark. Turn A, it's a turn A deck. Of course, it makes sense. To get turn A, we need cards in the trash. So hand cycling also makes sense, right? So this all makes sense. But why does turn A has nothing to do with ramp? Why are we playing ramp in the deck simply to get to wing 0? Like getting to level 7 is really easy. And again, if we need a ramp, do we need ramp super heavily as a game plan, or do we need ramp once in a while off of bird mode or first contact, just to like get us to our big boss monsters a little bit faster? Like my ramp decks, they want to ramp as fast as possible. So ramp should not be a strategy because turn A Gundam and all these other guys here get in the way of you ramping. If you're gonna ramp, you're not gonna play blockers. If you play a blocker, you're not ramping. If you ramp, you skip the curve to play turn A Gundam in the first place. So like what's the point of playing turn A Gundam if you go first contact into Wing Gundam 0, or sorry, Wing Gundam Link on turn 4 because you go second. And if you're trying to ramp, you always want to go second. If you go first, yeah, you can ramp into turn A, but turn A doesn't want to come out on that turn because you don't have a card in your trash that can actually do damage. And then if you're playing turn A, then do you need to play Wing 0 in the deck? Obviously, Wing 0 is a very good card, but is Wing 0 like needed when you're trying to play more beatdown oriented? Because yeah, you can play beatdown um instead of playing this like late game deck essentially, because like this card doesn't do anything to help you win. Turn A is suppression, Wing Gundam is suppression, breach essentially. Wait, there's no suppression in this deck either. It's just breach. So yeah, you want more breach cards? Just put in Shenlong, put in Ultron, put in these cards instead. Like ramp into Ultron. Ultron would probably be better into blocker decks. Breaching. It's another thing to throw into your trash. Gain access to breach for turn 8, turn on online. Right now you only have 4 Wing Gundams to give you breach early on, and then that's kind of it. And then suppression off of the unicorn. Um, but yeah, so like you need more cards to kind of get you over the finish line. And Wing Zero is never going to end up in the trash, so no, we're not utilizing high maneuver off of turn A, not like you should be. So it really just is this guy. Honestly, you can play Rick Doms in here because at least then you play Rick Dom, you breach with Rick Dom dies, then you go Rick turn A Gundam, use the cost, give yourself breach something, then you go Wing Gundam next turn, breach again, and then you finally hit them with suppression and try to win the game off high maneuver, right? That's how I've sequenced it. So you want to streamline your deck into we're not playing AP reduction. Okay, AP reduction is not part of our game plan. Just because the unicorn has AP on it, reduction does not mean we need to fill our deck with a bunch of commands to activate that second portion of its ability. We need to simply understand it's in the deck because it has suppression, because we want to give suppression to our turn A Gundam. Bounce is not part of identity, but turn A, the pilot has bounce built into it, so it's totally fine. We can kind of ignore that. We can ignore hand cycling. Hand cycling is fine, and we're playing turn A, and blockers are fine. And then obviously playing a turn A Gundam. So ramp is the main identity that like we just don't need to play. Like I'll just cut all of first contact completely and put in other cards, and then yeah, bird mode can stay in the deck if you want because it's a link with hero in the early game, and it gives you an EX resource randomly once in a while, right, to get you to your other level, higher level units faster. Let's say once every 3 games. Every 3 games, you'll get a wing bird mode, you'll play it, and you'll get there faster. It's more like a tech card, like Graceful Demeanor, Witch and the Bride, all these things. We only need it sometimes, and only if we draw it. So yeah. Hell, it might be a good card in a specific matchup. You know, you're playing into like a more heavy blocker deck. Then okay, play hard mulligan for the bird mode, understanding that your win rate goes up more. To learn more about this, you want to definitely go check out my. Did I talk about it in my video? I think I did talk about it in my video on tech and stuff. Where is it? Hey, we're getting more views. 116 views in 2 hours. Let's go. Tech and gameplay video. Assume at the very beginning. Right, I talk about it in here. Like, organize your cards, play it correctly, tech cards, right? Solutions to problems. Um, then I had this whole video way back with sideboarding, top sideboard options. So if you guys are looking forward to best of threes or anything like that, if it even happens, then definitely go look at the sideboard guide and understand that I literally went through every single card in GDO 1 through 3, I believe. And GDO 4, there wasn't too many. So yeah, go look at that for sure. Right, so talk about all these things in here. So yeah, this video did not get a lot of views. It definitely should have. I think there was some really good information in this video in particular. Just like my wing interview. So yeah. Okay, let's go back to chat. Early suppression. My thought process is that I want to play like wing early. I use Grateful to bounce aggro. Thought about blockers because I was thinking of aggro, but yes, I want to focus more on the ramp. Yeah, if you want to focus more on the ramp side of it, then start adding in like more higher level units for sure. Like then step away from the early game side of it a little bit and cards that you don't need for the deck to work. So make the deck firstly like pretend you're playing a 40 card deck. Make the deck with 40 cards that are 100% needed for how you envision the deck to be playing. So ramp into bigger stuff and turn A, totally fine. And then some bounce on the turn A is fine, right? But then all the other tech cards, like the 10 cards that are left over, you need to then put in. Do you need bases in the deck? Do you need early cards? Do you need late game cards? What do you think of Awakened Potential as a tech card? Awakened Potential, I think, is not a good card. It's interesting, but unfortunately, it's not a good card. I can't play multiple Awakened Potentials to turn one of my guys into blockers. I wish the card just simply said, reaction, turn a card into a blocker or something. And that would probably be just better than that. Um, okay. Thanks. We'll add more as we test. Cool. I see what you mean because I was diehard fan of the game, but like you said, this has really made me look at the game. If you double down, if you double drop every turn, you don't run out of cards until turn 7. Wait, once I learned that from you, I started seeing the randomness of this game was kind of finished, and it sucks for the hour to put in to make shit like this, and now wait on Naruto. All right, let's. So what do you think of a good change for more RAM focus, and what do you do in an early game for ramp deck? Honestly, in an early game for a ramp deck, you simply die to aggro. So if you're gonna simply die to aggro, you want to limit the amount of like blockers you're playing to a degree. I think you're only playing X amount, so I think it's fine. But like I just wouldn't like turn A Gundam does not belong in a ramp deck. That's like biggest thing. If we're ramping, why are we playing a suboptimal level 5 Link unit? Why are we not just playing Ultron? That's the whole problem with the deck is why are we playing turn a level 5 unit in a deck that is going to basically try to skip through level 5 straight to level 7 through 8s and 9. So yeah, like that card immediately gets removed with Hero Yui, right? Like just put in the new GTO5 hero. Yeah. Random question: what's your favorite anime coach? Favorite anime? Favorite anime? There's a few. There is a few. The one that I've seen the most, back to back to back is Immortal Grand Prix. If you guys have not seen IGPX, it's in dub. Well, not dubbed because it was literally voiced in English. One of the best animes I've seen ever. Especially the mecha anime, racing mecha anime. Very, very good. Amazing anime. I've seen it about 10 times. I even watched it back to back, 2 seasons. Besides that, my favorite anime, Princess Mononoke, of course. And then we have Blue Lock is the current anime that I'm obviously a big into. And I understand Blue Lock because I've literally the way my mind works, I literally pay attention to everything just like Blue Lock. And then um, what's another anime that I just like adore? Neon Genesis Evangelion, one of the best animes. Period. Watched that when I was like 8 years old or something. Really, really good. Really enjoyed that one. Not the remakes, not the other variations of it, but the original's always been the best. Um, so for aggro, you just need to get more focused on luck and don't think too much about it. Yes, you have the early game blockers. You just need to draw them. You need to burst out of your shields. And just like my ramp wing deck, I only play like 5 to 7 blockers in it. Early game blockers, and the entire identity is to ramp. And if you play into anything that's not aggro, guess what? You're not gonna want to have Lifrith in your hand, because you are going to get outskilled and lose. And people have answers for Wing Zeros in the form of the New Freedom. So that is the thing. But yeah, I just don't think the turn A Gundam is good. And I think if you want to play a turn A Gundam deck, it has to be a much more aggressive deck. Um, Deck list. People love sending me deck lists, bro. Maybe I should do like a whole video session on just me going over deck lists, right? Uh, I guess I do it on stream. Flat, Rick Diaz. Okay, we're good with this. New Death Scythe, awesome. Tall Geese, Blues X. So I saw this. I saw you post this deck list. Listen, Blues X is better. You need 4 copies of Blues X. Blues X is a draw card. It's literally amazing. It's stronger than this Kira is. So you definitely need Blues X at 4. Period. All these stuff is fine. That's fine. Tall Geese number 3 needs a target that is not just Wing Zero. So I would probably put in a second G Gundam card like Ultron. You need to put the white Ultron into this deck. Silver Bullet is fine. Siege Ploy is okay. Unforeseen Incident, sure. This is bad ratios. Bad ratios. Witch and the Bride, good card. You don't need 4 short resolves in the deck. This is way too slow of a card to be playing, especially as a 4 of. I think this Kira and this Ailstrike can be taken out and play the new GDO5 Kira Ailstrike. Yeah, play the new ones. Don't play these ones. Get rid of these cards. Epion's fine and good, especially with this Sex because it has more HP. Naval Bombardment times 4 copies is sideboard card is too much. Even the sideboard office is fine. I think there could be a purple white discard deck that plays Professional Office from your trash for free, kind of. And then Devout is a trash base. It's okay in Epion, I guess, but it's still overall like kind of bad. So I would just take this out and put in the new Victory Gundam like command spell, heal your guy, or honestly take this out, put in the what's one of my favorite blue card with the suit, the alt art, the one that heals you 3 and then draws you a card. Play that card instead. That card is a very good card. So yeah, that's what I think of that deck. All right, guys, I think that's gonna be it for today's stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all the insights. I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure if you guys do watch my content, which I know you guys in chat do, that I want to see like there's 21 of you guys in the chat. I would really like to see 21 comments on every single one of my videos, whether it be good morning, good night, go fuck yourself, etc. Anything like that, I don't care. Just make sure you put a comment on my videos when you guys watch them, so I know who's watching them, and anything that makes you have thoughts, questions, ask them away, so we can get more interaction and get the channel growing and not stagnate like Gundam is stagnating. All right, I'm gonna log out. I'll see you guys on the next one.